I'm Ian Gordon, host of the Startup Daddy podcast, online at startupdaddy.com. The bottom line is that you want the best chance for success with your new business, and to do that, you need a good plan. We are bombarded on a daily basis by TV and movies that make it seem like all you need is a great idea to make it big. See if this looks familiar.
Nick Vanderpark was a family man and a dreamer.
What if you had a spray can, see? And you spray it on dog poo, and the poo disappears?
That is an awesome invention.
It's not an invention, it's an idea.
But this time, Nick may be onto something.
I got a name for it. Vaporize. It's just like vaporize, only you add an O, so you got poo right there in the middle.
No matter what kind of dog you have, let's face it, they all have to do their business. One spray, problem solved.
Nick's got more than he ever dreamed of.
We have so much.
Hey, Jimmy, check this out!
Now, you may not have seen this movie. It was called Envy, by the way, but if not, you've seen a lot like it. Ideas don't make you rich. I hate to tell you, but great ideas are totally useless. It's the ability to formulate and execute a plan that separates success and failure, the ability to implement. Anyone who has ever written a business plan will tell you that the process of creating the plan is the most beneficial part of having one. Going through the research and having to articulate your ideas, even if it's only for you as an internal document, really helps you focus on the specific steps necessary for you to succeed. Like Eisenhower said, plans are worthless, but planning is essential. Now, you don't need an MBA or expensive software to make a business plan either. Like most things, it's just a matter of knowing the steps. I give away free templates on startupdaddy.com, so if you haven't done so already, pause the video and go over there now. Just sign up for the newsletter and you can download the templates for free. They're basic Word and Excel documents that are compatible with standard software like MS Office or Google Docs. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, so back to implementation. Back in the 70s, Toyota was a joke. They made cheap cars that no one in America wanted. Then the price of gas went up, and suddenly everyone wanted cars that had better gas mileage. This created a window of opportunity for Japanese manufacturers like Toyota and Honda. They didn't have superior technology or better designs for cars, but because they were able to create and execute a plan for growth better than GM, Ford, and Chrysler, 40 years later, Toyota is the largest automobile manufacturer in the world, and Chrysler and GM are bankrupt. Now, you're watching this on the internet, so chances are that somewhere along the way you've been presented with these images of the entrepreneurial lifestyle. Books like The 4-Hour Workweek have helped perpetuate the myth that with a good idea and some cheap offshore help, you can get rich and sit by the pool working a few hours a week. There are a lot of things wrong with this image. Not just that no one would ever use their $2,000 laptop while they were in the pool, but you better get these images out of your mind and start thinking about what it really means to be a successful small business owner. So there are different reasons to write a business plan, and your reason for writing the plan will dictate how formal and how detailed the plan you're going to need. The first is for yourself. You want to have a good game plan going in, and this will be the most basic and informal plan that you're going to do. The second would be to attract partners. To do this, you want to prove that you have a great idea that solves a problem for a huge market, and joining the team will make them rich. You will need a more detailed plan for this. Lastly, to get investors, you need to prove that you've done your homework, you know your product, and you know your market, and an investment to fund a specific plan for success will make your investor rich. If the plan is for yourself, you can get away with just the basic elements of the business plan. Market analysis will break down the different segments of your market, which segments you want to target, trends and expected growth, competition, who the market leaders are, things along that line. The strategy implementation section talks about your value proposition, competitive edge, pricing strategy, your specific marketing and sales strategy, what you're going to specifically do to make a profit. Your financial plan is the cash flow statement, balance sheet, profit and loss, and break-even analysis. If you were only going to do one of these, the cash flow statement is the most important one. Profit is not cash. Cash is cash. The cash flow statement takes into account how long customers are going to take to pay you, your monthly expenses, basically all the money coming into and going out of your business, and when that's going to happen. Only by doing this work can you get an idea of what it was going to take for you to make it. You need to know how much money you're going to need to have the lifestyle you want. And this is going to tell you if your business idea was going to fund that lifestyle. Now, the elements of a more traditional business plan are up on your screen now. Basically, the executive summary breaks down the objections, mission, keys to success. It's the first thing in a regular business plan, but it's the last thing you want to do. It basically sums up everything that the plan later details. People will say that VCs and investors basically only read the executive summary and the financial statements in the back. So you better make sure that this is a really good summary of your business plan. Now, tradition says that it should be 1 page. I say that it can definitely be up to 2 pages. It's kind of like a resume. Back in the day, they would say it had to be a 1-page document. But today, people change jobs a lot more than they used to. So a multi-page document's more acceptable. It's the same with an executive summary. You want to go into as much detail as you can. You want to hit them with all the highlights. But, do it in a succinct and brief way. Now, the second part's the company summary. It basically breaks down the ownership, the company location. It's the formal picture of what the company looks like. Products and services speak for themselves, and you're going to go into as much detail here as you possibly can. The market analysis summary goes into the segmentation, target markets, the needs, the trends, the growth, industry analysis, main competitors, things along that line. Strategy and implementation summary breaks down the value proposition, as I said before, competitive edge, marketing strategies, where you're going to position yourself, your pricing strategy and promotions and marketing, your specific sales strategy, and then you do some forecasting as far as sales and strategic alliances and milestones when you plan to make specific breakthroughs along the line. The management summary talks about the organizational structure and the management team. Now, for a lot of us, that's a one-line, one-page document. I am the manager. But you want to break down what the specific roles are so that people have an idea of where the holes in your organization are. Even if you're looking for investors, having the holes isn't the issue, as long as you know where those holes are. And then, of course, the financial plan is, like I said before, the breakdown of the break-even analysis, profit and loss, cash flow statement, and balance sheet. These are financial sheets that you're going to walk through. And if you download the templates that I provide, they're Excel sheets that kind of walks you through the whole process. It's not nearly as complicated as it may seem, and you don't want to let it intimidate you. The math is pretty simple. It's the actual projecting where you think the sales are going to be that's a little more difficult. And the appendix is just a section of supporting documents. Any research that you've done or reference material that you referenced earlier in the plan, you'll put in the back and just label it the appendix. For more information about writing a business plan or any of the other things it takes to start a business, go to startupdaddy.com. Get free templates for business plans for existing businesses or startups. That's it for now. Good luck with your new business.